Hello, this is Nick Brady, the creator of Decent Icons 2, and I'm going to show you really quick how I created this mod, this hide entire dock mod, which is available currently on the workshop for download. So we're going to cover the creation process, and it'll probably turn into a video tutorial series, but we'll cover the quick creation process of this little mod here in this video coming up in a bit. Okay, so to get started, the first thing you're going to need to do is head over to the Steam Workshop utility. We're going to click the Create tab and hit Mod. We're going to title our mod Hide Entire Dock. Author Brady. The description: hide entire dock when hide menu button is clicked. This can all be changed later. And we're going to hit Create. And you can see now under your creations, the hide entire dock mod has been created. So as you can see, we've got a interface here for managing the mod. This is similar to what you'll see, what users will see when they download your mod. But you have the publish and you have some other options here. So what we're going to need to do here is we're going to head to the view folder. So by default, these two .txt files will have been created. The info.txt, which contains all of the info you just entered into the Steam Workshop utility window there. So there's the name, so you can change the name at any point, the author, the description. Don't change this. This is definitely necessary for Decent Icons to realize that this is a mod and not some sort of other icon pack or other workshop item. The versioning, you can use whatever kind of versioning you want. You can do, as long as it's a number, you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can 1.123.56, whatever you want. As long as it's a number, you'll be fine. So version numbering is completely up to you. So that's info.txt. Now settings.txt, this is where you're going to be able to create any of your own custom settings. And by default, every mod, and please don't get rid of this, otherwise users won't have a way to disable your mod easily without unsubscribing to it. But this is just a bool named enabled. So this will show up in the settings here under enabled as a checkbox, and users can use this to enable or disable your mod. And that isn't something you have to customize, custom program the functionality of, whether or not that works that way. That's just going to not actually use your mod whatsoever if this is set to false. And then it will, so that's all kind of taken care of in the background. So now that our mod is created, we're going to go ahead and run it. Click View Folder again. Oh, we already had it open. And basically the way this works is you can make mods that contain CSS and JS files. Any .css or .js files in this folder will be picked up by this mod. So we're going to go ahead and make a hide menu, hide doc.js file. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and pop that into Microsoft Visual Studio Code, which is a free IDE. You can use whatever IDE you want, which is a text editor. And I'm not going to be covering too much basic JavaScript. I'm hoping if you're creating a mod, you understand JavaScript. I am going to include a link to how to create a ES6 module, because that is really important for creating mods for Decent Icons 2, that you modularize your code. So we're going to go ahead and create a module here. We'll just call it the name of your mod, basically. So var hide doc mod equals, and we're going to have an init function, and in this init function we're going to have to run our code. So to figure out how we need to get this to work, the tool that you're going to be using is the dev console. So the dev console is, because of Decent Icons is based on Electron, which is using Chromium, which is Google Chrome's built-in basically web rendering framework. So if you know basic web codings, basic front-end JavaScript or CSS, you can make mods for decent icons too easily using the exact same interface here as you would any website. Anyways, so what we want to do is this hide menu button. We want to configure the functionality of, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to hit select an element in the page to inspect it. I'm going to click on that hide menu button there. So here we have the ID hide menu button. Okay, so we know now we're going to need, and by the way, you can immediately, because this your mod's code is all getting directly appended to the main render process. So it's basically just getting thrown in here with everything, which means you can use anything that's included. And feel free to download your own, free, make sure it's public license, but you can feel free to download your own other frameworks or libraries you might find that you might use. But jQuery itself is already going to be referenced, so go ahead and feel free to immediately start using jQuery. So we're going to go ahead and hide menu button. Going to add a bind on click function. And what we're going to want to do is hide the doc. So how are we going to hide the doc exactly? So there's a couple ways we could go about doing this. One is we can check out, okay, this main container contains a lot of stuff. But how I want to do this is actually I want to just hide all the icons themselves. So if we use the element picker and we click on one of these icons, it's giving us the icon image, but at the top here, if we close that, we have all of these icons. All of these icons have a parent div here with the class icon. So they might have different classes in their image container, grow. They might have different things going on, but all these icons will have the parent class icon. So what we're going to do is we're going to have hide menu button dot click. We're going to dot icon add class. Oh, you could use CSS and change the opacity. You could use animate, whatever you want to use here. But what I'm going to use is a built-in CSS class I already have called fade. So I'm just going to hit add class fade whenever you click hide menu button. Let's go ahead and save this. And oh, by the way, this white background here, there's really nothing you can do about it. Once the developer console has been opened, this white background will be applied. The only thing you can do to get rid of it is to exit decent icons and and reopen it. So let's head to the workshop utility here and see, is our code running? Okay, so our code isn't running because we haven't ran this init function here. So what we need to do is at the end of this run hide doc mod.init, save that, and hit save. You can either restart decent icons to refresh your mod, or you can hit save and apply here, and it will refresh the doc and refresh your mods. So you can see, as you can see, that's working. That hid, when we clicked hide menu, it hid all the icons. As you can see, there is a problem. Now the icons aren't coming back. So to fix this, I'm going to minimize that for now. To fix this, we're going to go ahead and head back to the console here. So let me click on this hide menu button again, and I'm going to click on event listeners here. So click. So basically the whole source for the interface is here. As you can see, the HTML DOM elements are all here, but also if you scroll down, the whole view is actually coded in here. So this is basically the source of the entire main render window. You can see here there's the event, the global variables. You can see all the functions going on. But anyways, that's all available for you to poke around and figure out, what's going on. So back to this. So under hide menu button, we're going to look for where we have Bootstrap's doing something here. This is our mod temp.js and main window.html. On line 2371 has a event listener on click. So we're going to go ahead and click this, and now we can see in the JavaScript exactly what's going on here. So when you click hide menu button, it's toggling the class of this drag bar. So this drag bar is the ID of this whole menu bar, basically. It's toggling a class called dragbar-hidden. So it's also running this hide menu function, which takes care of some other things. We don't have to worry about that because this is exactly what we need here. So we're going to copy this. Actually, we're just going to copy this. So we know now basically that whenever hide menu button is clicked, it toggles this class dragbar-hidden on the ID drag bar. So if we head back here, we're going to redo this a little bit. So on click, we're going to go if, just copied pasted that, we're going to go if has class dragbar-hidden. Then we're going to add that fade class, basically hide the icons, and else we are going to remove class fade. And let's go ahead and hit save and apply and see how that goes. And there we go. And yep, that's the creation of this mod in a nutshell. Pretty simple. So yeah, those are the basic tools you're going to need in order to create a mod. You can then, from here, you can hit publish. However, you will need to create a preview.jpg file, just like if you were making an icon pack. You need to have a preview.jpg file in this folder here. I would recommend something that's 1 by 1, a square ratio. I think around 300 by 300 pixels is about the best size to go with, but that's completely up to you. But so you just create a preview.jpg file, throw it into this folder here, hit refresh. Actually, let me just copy that so you can see what that looks like really quick. So preview.jpg now, hit refresh, and there it is. So it's found the preview that we made, and you're ready to hit publish. When you hit publish, it will allow you to either create a new Steam Workshop item or upload to an existing one. Now, I'm running on a different account here, otherwise it would show the existing workshop item for the entire doc, but that's sort of beside the point. But anyway, that's how you go about creating and publishing a mod for Decent Icons 2. There'll be more tutorials with more advanced stuff in the future, but for now, I hope you guys have enough to get started. Thanks for watching.